What's up, Coug fans? I'm Tevin Mills, and welcome to another edition of In the Game. This week, I'm joined with Ewell, and we're going to discuss last Saturday's win against Navy, and we're also going to go into this Saturday's championship game against Temple. So, Des, let's get into it. What would you credit last Saturday's win against Navy to?
Consistency, man. Consistency. You're talking about offense was working, defense was working. It all worked well. I mean, you talk about Greg Ward went over 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and he almost went over 100 yards rushing too. So 83 yards and a touchdown. It was working, man. You know, DeMarcus Ayers with that great catch within the third quarter. You know, one-handed catch, making plays, consistency. But we also had a running back who went over 100 yards also and scored 2 touchdowns. And he was a converted defensive back. He's not even a running back.
He was a cornerback last
Yeah,
week, right?
We'll probably never see him at corner again. But it worked, man. It worked. We had 2 receivers almost hit 100. Well, DeMarcus Ayers hit 100. And Bonner hit 92 yards and got 2 touchdowns. So consistency, man.
That's speaking of offensively. Defensively, coming in, we were a little bit worried because we were facing a dual-threat quarterback in Keenan Reynolds, and in the past, we haven't fared too well against mobile quarterbacks. But he was held to pretty much after that first drive. He was held pretty much quiet.
Yeah.
What would you credit that to?
Stuff in the triple option, and like I said, consistency. There was never a time where we looked weary against the triple option. After the first set, I mean, we stuffed it. We stopped the run. We stopped the run. We stopped the run. Made him one-dimensional. Keenan Reynolds was one-dimensional. So the thing about the triple option is, if you can keep the defense honest because you're killing them with the run and the pass, it works all day. That's how they beat Memphis. Right. You do it against Houston, and they stuff the run, force them to pass all day. One-dimensional.
He looks like an average quarterback.
Yeah.
All right. So going into this week, we have the championship game against Temple this Saturday. What would you? What are the Cougs going to be cognizant of as far as Temple that brings to the table?
Both sides of the ball.
Okay.
Both. There really isn't a weakness per se, but on offense, they got to cover the run and the pass. I know that sounds like normal football, but the thing is, they have a quarterback, P.J. Walker, who's already at almost 2,500 yards passing, 18 touchdowns, and only 6 interceptions. So he's covering the ball well. He protects the ball. He makes smart plays. They also have a running back, Jahad Thomas, 1,100 yards, 17 touchdowns. So both sides are really good on offense.
Okay.
So, and then defense, I mean, they're 12th in rushing and 47th in passing. So we're gonna have to come to play.
Okay.
You know, we can't give up turnovers. We can't, have 3 and outs. We got to get down the field, at least get field goals.
So who do you expect to stand out this Saturday as far as the Cougars on offensive?
DeMarcus Ayers.
Okay.
DeMarcus Ayers. And I know that means Greg Ward too. But the thing is, they said they're 12th in rushing defense. They're going to stop a lot of our runs.
Okay.
We just have to come to terms with that. Hopefully, Greg Ward can, get us some rushing yards also with his legs. But he's going to have to pass. He's going to have to pass, and most likely DeMarcus Ayers is going to be the receiver for that. So, if he hits about 100, 110 yards, he has a good day.
You mentioned Greg Ward. He's had a phenomenal year this year, and maybe his value to the team was demonstrated last week in a lone loss against UConn. How are Ward's Heisman chances, given that he's performed well all year, he got his Heisman letter, and then his value to the team was maybe demonstrated in the lone loss?
I think early on he had better chances than he does now. You do have the injury where we lost the game, came back and threw the interception. That's not a big deal to Cougar fans, but to Heisman voters,
Right.
It's going to be a huge deal because we're already a small school. He plays for UH. I mean, you got a quarterback, Derrick Henry, Alabama, dominating. Quarterback, Baker Mayfield, OU dominating. Corey Coleman at Baylor, wide receiver, he's just changing the game right now. Fournette at LSU at running back, I mean, he looks like Adrian Peterson almost. So I don't really see him getting it, man. It hurts him where he is.
Okay. And as far as Herman, I know a lot of Coug fans are nervous as the season wanes down. There's been a lot of rumors and a lot of things being talked about this past weekend. How comfortable should Coug fans be going forward with Herman here?
I think we're all just having to, sit and wait. We don't know. And personally, I don't think he knows.
Okay.
Honestly, because you see the rumors, you hear the rumors, he's not leaving, he's leaving. I mean, it's tough competition.
Okay.
You're talking about Virginia's looking at Virginia Tech, Georgia, South Carolina. Now, supposedly, he's not interested in the South Carolina job, so that's good.
Okay.
But Georgia's an enticing option. It really is. So, supposedly, UH is willing to offer a $3 million contract.
Right.
Hopefully that's enough to keep him.
Okay.
But we're just not sure.
All right, so Coug fans, the Cougars are going to take on Temple for the AAC Championship game this Saturday at 11 a.m. at TDECU Stadium. You can also see it on ABC. We'll see you guys there and see you guys next week.
Follow us on social media and visit us at CougTV.com for more content.